Guys, welcome back to DeFi, Degens, Drip, and Farm for Poverty, where on this channel, our vision is to empower the impoverished by helping you find financial freedom through crypto assets. Please subscribe and leave a comment and a thumbs up. Hey guys, welcome back. DeFi, Degens, Drip, and Farm for Poverty. So in today's video, going to be giving you an update on the Drip price and more so like the behind the scenes. Looked at the contract balances and stuff before on the channel, so I just want to show you that, give you guys an overview where we're at with that. Also, I think some sneak peek at who the CMO has been chatting with, or it's just organic people jumping on the Drip bandwagon, but I think it might actually be the CMO had reached out to these people, and that's why they started doing content. So we're going to talk about that, and how even the FUDsters want to jump on the Drip bandwagon. So we're going to be going over those three things in this video. So first, let's just take a look at some of the analytics that we haven't looked at recently on the Drip chart. So this is cool to see that in the month of August, here we are sitting at, this was July, 4,000. So it's like we tapered off with like around the 4,000 mark. And this month we're at 3,150 and right at the middle of the month. So could see a slight increase. And if you take that back to where we were kind of trending sideways literally last year around this time, this is literally the exact same looking kind of chart preparing for a possible bull run. So back here, we were sitting at 2,000, 1,700, 1,800, and 2,000. This could be the same thing, just twice as much. You have some 4,000s, 4,000s, 3,500s, you know, and then boom, take off. So I think that's actually pretty good. And then seeing again this growth in the chart. So there are new eyeballs definitely coming on to Drip. And of course, there are people making multiple wallets. We know that. Like I have a bunch, other YouTubers have been in for a while, have multiple wallets. But either way, it's still positive behavior and looks good for Drip as a whole. But let's take a look at some of the contract balances that we haven't looked at before, especially if you're not familiar with how to get this. You can basically type in the Drip contract into the search up here, and then you'll come to holders, and then you can look at BSC and see all of the holders, and the ones with this little like envelope or paper icon are contracts. So we have the Pancake Swap DEX, and then you have the Drip token supply on the native DEX, and then you have the tax vault, and there's one more somewhere. But anyway, let's take a look at the BUSD balance first, because I think that's the coolest. Remember, this is the garden. So this is the Drip BUSD balance. We were sitting at an all-time high of 800,000 Drip BUSD LP tokens, and we've started to come up again. So we hit a low around 358. When is that? 25 July, 357, 358. And we've come up about 60K to the 15th of today. And I'm speculating that it's because a lot of people are seeing how bullish the garden is. You see me put that on my channel saying how that will be the core farm for the animal farm when it comes online, the core token generating pool, whatever you want to call it. That one unlocks the entire ecosystem, and I think other people are trying to use that as well. So it's cool to see that this is coming back up, which is a bullish sign in the long run. People understand the garden play. If you're bullish on Drip, that is a great way to get more exposure to Drip. Then we can look here at the Drip token supply. So remember, this is when people are selling. This is what gets increased on the Drip token supply side. So we have 261,000 Drip tokens. When this decreases, supply and demand, price goes up, and you can see that here on this chart, right? So I'm sorry, not this chart. That's the Drip USD. This one. This chart, 261K is what we're sitting at here. So as this goes down, then like this is the little pump that we had here. Went from 310,000 down to 248, and then we had that nice little pump or rally up to like $10 to $11, and then we dropped down here and we went back to that same level, and then now we're coming up because people are doing an arbitrage between the native DEX and the Pancake Swap DEX. So those prices are almost identical right now, like $9 and some change. And last but not least, we have the tax vault. So this is where the rewards are paid out. And remember, when this goes to zero, though, if it doesn't have any drip tokens to pay out, then it has to mint tokens. So we've seen that already before. And when we had this period from May, let's call that 1st of June until July 25th, we minted about 500,000 tokens in this period. We could start minting again, but that's no reason for alarm because, as you've seen, there are just a ton of drip being locked up on the PancakeSwap side. So when we go here to the holders, you literally have almost as many drip locked up on PancakeSwap as we've minted out. So it's really just moving drip supply and locking it up, even though we have to mint. So again, no cause for alarm, so nothing to worry about. But let's jump into some of the cool stuff happening in the influencer front. So I'm just going to pull up a few of these YouTubers that have put out content. I don't know who they are, but my speculation on some of these people is if they weren't in drip before, like I don't know, I didn't look at Josh Elder's other videos, but it could be that the CMO did some research, found some influencers and said, hey, we're going to be having this promotion coming up. We'd like for you to cover drip. And maybe they said they don't have time, or maybe they said that yes, they do, and they're scheduled later. Like, we don't know. But either way, if the CMO reached out to them and then all of a sudden now they're like, yo, let me go ahead and put some content off for drip. Because it does seem strange that this person with 106,000 and then Mike, who told everybody that he had gotten into drip a long time ago, back in January, but never did a video on it, suddenly now is doing a video. And it could just be coincidence that it's just the natural information coming out and drip pumping and people talking about it, and now they wanted to cover it. But I also speculate that maybe the CMO reached out to these guys, and we don't know if they're going to do an AMA with Forex in the future, or if they're just covering it because they want to. But either way, these are some huge names in the crypto space compared to any of our existing OGs. These guys have a lot more subscribers. I think Thomas G has like 25K, Ray has like 14K, Stun has like 14K, Crypto Mischief has like 25K. So these are big names. And this guy also, interestingly enough, had literally like stopped doing videos for quite some time. So when you look at his channel, his most recent was 7 months ago. Then he comes back 6 days ago, and then 3 videos on drip. So that's interesting. I don't know what the case was for that, but you can see that the drip community went out and supported him. Same thing for Mike. Mike got a huge boost on his videos. You can see, let me go and look at this, 7K. He even pinned the video as his video to check out on his channel, like the key video or featured video. So if you look at most of his content, 2.5K, 1K, 2.5, 2.5, 1K, 2K, 1K, 1K, 1.5, 3K. But drip, 7K. And Ray from Bartertown put kind of a bounty out on his channel as well in the comments and said, hey, go leave this guy some love. So this could be an AMA coming up with Mike, the investor. I could definitely see that because he's getting a lot of love from the channel. And obviously that supports him as a content creator to have 2 to 3 times more views on his content than if he gets an AMA with Forex. Hey, who knows, right? Next up, this one I found, Crypto Moon Boy. Same thing for him. A decent amount of subscribers, similar to our other OGs. And he just recently started, I think he covered drip before, but he's got, a couple videos here recently about drip. And yeah, it's just good to see again that more people are covering it. And last but not least, an interesting one. I used to watch channels like this when I was getting into YouTube and crypto, where they use an automated voice speaker. Basically, you type things out and it just reads the text, and they give you some education on stuff. And this channel did an educational review on drip as well. So they actually said it was positive and could 5 to 10x or something like that. I don't remember the details. Not a lot of views on it, but just interesting enough that it showed up. Where is it? Drip down here. 2K. Sorry, a lot of views. I was looking at a different one up here because it was blue. But 2K on this one 4 weeks ago. So I thought that was cool. And not to mention, because of all the hype, we have the FUDers that have to jump on the bandwagon. So I don't know who this guy is, but he's got 24K, I'm sorry. And he decided to do a video on drip, really short, and just looked at Dune Analytics and just made an opinion about it. Of course, he got a lot of views. People in the comments told him to do some more research. But either way, people like this will see that the views on their channel go up when drip is mentioned. And I think that will cause them to cover more drip videos in the future. Because again, you can look at his content and see on average, some low, it depends, but some low views, especially within this time frame. 2K, 1K, 2K from drip, and then less than 1K and stuff. He covered drip and got more exposure. So, and last but not least, you guys know On Chain. Everybody covered him as well, but same exact thing. I think he decided to jump on the drip bandwagon and got a lot more hype because of it. And then comments and stuff, like I actually left a very cordial comment on his channel and asked him for some clarity. He didn't write back. So I think, again, people like this just want to get drip exposure because it pumps their bags. So the point of all this is that there's no such thing as bad press, like they say. And all of these new content creators, and this is not all of them, there's a lot more, just show how bullish drip can be. And again, speculating what the CMO is doing on the sidelines. But if these people are coming on board on their own, then that's even better, which give it even more steam as the CMO reaches out to people to get content created. So I think that's awesome. So long story short, we are moving in the right direction. Hopefully in the next 10 days or so, we will have an announcement from Forex about the Animal Farm launch date. And that should really help us solidify the drip price floor. We're sitting right below 10. So I think, again, we'll hover around this range and lock in that price when the announcement comes out. So participate in the No Sell August challenge. Don't forget the scavenger hunt. And of course, like and subscribe to get me to 2,000 subscribers. I'm right there at the precipice and I could use your help. And speaking of help and things that are helpful, lift daily and achieve your impossible. See you guys.